That would be fantastic.
Let's go here. Meeting is being recorded. I am okay with that. Can you guys hear me just fine this beautiful morning? Yes?
Absolutely.
Alrighty. I love it. And I got co-host capability because I got a couple things I want to share with you guys here today. How are you guys doing this morning, guys? Are you alive, excited, and full of energy? Yes?
Absolutely.
I gotta hear it. Like either see the lips moving, Tawanda, or like
Alive
hear
and
it.
well, Bill Pipes. Alive and well,
I
buddy.
need you guys to say, "Hey, coach, I'm alive, I'm excited, and I'm full of energy right now." On the count of three, 1, 2, 3. Yo, coach.
I'm alive.
I'm excited.
Full of
Full of
energy.
energy.
Full
Full of
energy.
energy.
Let's
Oh
go.
gosh, we should do this every week, man. So first of all, Tom, thanks. Tom reached out to me on the one platform where I don't check my messages that much that I should, which is Facebook. And so, like, I was like, "Oh, damn, dude, like, great to hear from you." And we were looking at doing this last week, but we weren't able to. I said, "Hey, can I please come in this week and rap with you guys?" So thank you, T, man, for bringing me in here, guys. I was talking to a couple of you guys that were here earlier on the call, Claire and myself and Tom, and I'm like, okay, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm scrolling through social media, which I do, right, I'm so, and I'm just going to say this, sick and tired of everyone clickbaiting this shit right now on the changes that are taking place with NAR. It seems like everyone's using it as leverage and everyone's using it for whatever. And here's what I promise you. What I promise you is this is not that. What I'm going to talk to you guys about here today is what I call the perfect storm, right? Does anyone remember Marky Mark? Well, actually, we can't call him Marky Mark anymore. What is his name? Mark Wahlberg, right? I'm going to date myself like Mark. He will always be for me Marky Mark of the Funky Bunch, right? So that will tell you how old I am. But he was in a great movie years ago called The Perfect Storm, and many of you may remember that based upon a true story of a fisherman group that got caught in this perfect storm, and we don't know what happened to them. They obviously disappeared. I look at that movie as a precursor to what's going to happen to a lot of agents, right? Over the course of, I would say, the next 6 to 12 months. Which this is the perfect storm. And it can be the perfect storm that can either disrupt and crush your business. But I think for all of you being on this call or similar calls, what it can potentially be is the perfect storm in a very opportunistic and optimistic way for your business. Couple of things that are taking place. Now, I do want to be very clear on this, and I don't want to fearmonger, but I want to just lay down the reality of what I see based upon 30 plus years of being in the industry as an owner of a company, owner of a real estate organization, team lead, freaking owned a mortgage company. I could just go on and on and on. Right now, though, as a coach, one of the things I teach guys, it's called education-based data-driven selling. That's what I teach, right? It is a new concept in terms of when I say new, I was sitting with years ago, God bless Steve Childress of Keeping Current Matters, who passed away just a couple of months ago. And I sit with Steve and Childress and Ferry, Tom and myself, and we're all just sort of talking about this. And Steve said something. If you don't know who Steve Harney was, he was the founder of Keeping Current Matters. We called him the Oracle because just like in The Matrix, as you guys can tell, I love movies. In The Matrix, Steve Harney was the Oracle to be able to actually keep an eye on what's taking place and be able to actually be a predictor of what's going to happen. And sitting in that room with the four of us, I said, gosh, the agent that's going to be able to succeed in the future is going to be an agent that can educate their clients. And I want you to write that down, that the agent that will succeed, that's a couple of years ago, but the agent that's going to succeed with these changes is the educated and the skilled, period. Because today's consumer, my friends, and I think it's important that you understand this, and we've seen this even with the NARDOJ ruling, right? Is the consumer today very informed? Yes or no? Now, notice I'm not saying educated, because informed means I have information. Educated means I have the appropriate information. There's a big difference between the two, okay? I want you guys to understand that. Is the consumer, the buyer and the seller of 2024, a much more informed consumer than of 2014, 2015, just a decade ago? Yes or no? 100%, right? Listen, they are doing research. They're Googling. They're getting ready to buy a house. They're spending an hour and a half on on the internet researching. And here's the challenge that we have, Ariel. The challenge that we have is the information, the well that they're getting their information from is poisoned. It's crap. It's jaded. Their compass is off. So in today's world, as we start talking about this NAR DOJ component, I want you to understand it's the educated agent that's going to be able to educate their clients. And it's the educated client that's going to make more intelligent decisions. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. Right. So our job and what I teach, starting in that small room with the four of us, was I started thinking, what if we shifted sales from it being a selling process to an education process? And what if we didn't worry about trying to motivate someone, but we prospected to find the motivated and used our follow-up to educate those individuals until they can make a decision? That's what I teach. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. Like you prospect to find the motivated, and then you use your follow-up to educate the motivated until it is appropriate for them to take action based upon their level of motivation and their risk adversity. So just keep that in mind as we navigate these next 25 minutes together, okay? So perfect storm, yes. In July, when this whole thing goes down officially, and we'll see if they hit that July 1st target date. It looks like they're probably going to be able to do it. Maybe they won't. It seems really fast to me. Does it seem really quick to shift an entire industry to anybody else besides myself? Right? Okay. It reminds me of back in the day, guys. Tom, you'll appreciate this. I keep this dude on my desk because he's my major mentor. And to this day, someone that I respect very much. Does anyone know who that is?
Of course, Mike Ferry.
That's Mr. Mike Ferry, right? So I remember, Tom, how coaching all came about. I was in the room, like real estate coaching. Mike Ferry, back in 1994, said, how many of you would be willing to pay to talk to me every single week, right? And we're all in the back of the room going, oh, this is interesting, right? Is at a superstar retreat in Palm Springs, California. And all the hands went up in the room. And he said, take your business cards to the back. We've got a program for you. We didn't have a freaking program for them at that time. We were like, oh shit, what's going to happen now? Right? That's how this NAR settlement feels, right? Like what's going to happen now? Quick, weird, odd. Oh my gosh, here we go. But either way, July the 1st, and I want you to write down a couple of things. Write down July the 1st. Just write down July. NAR changes. NAR DOJ changes. I believe, based upon conversations I'm having and percentages of people that I'm noticing, I think there's going to be 20 to 30% of the agent population that are what I'm going to call a lame duck agent. 20 to 30% of the agent population, Steve, that's going to be a lame duck portion of the agent population. What does that mean? Well, let's take this into account. What is a lame duck president? Do not go there, by the way, on today's like current state of affairs, right? So what is a lame duck president? Lame duck president is someone who has not won the election, has 2 more months that they're in office and term, and he or she can't do anything basically. They can't push anything forward. They can't do anything along those lines. They're just basically a placeholder. Does that make sense? When you look at the rotation of when dues and MLS fees and all that become due, typically December or January, right? For most places in the United States. So what's going to happen, watch me guys, you got July that's going to take place. You got agents that aren't going to pivot, have the right skills, have the right approach. So what's going to happen is that for all intents and purposes, they're going to be out of the business until, but still have their license until January or February. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. Now, Krista, I'm like Claire. I'm like, yes, get those jackasses out of the business. Let them make way for individuals like all of us that are on this call that are treating this like a business and working like it's work, right? So I think, honestly, Krista, Lizette, it's one of the best things that's happened. I think there needs to be a purging and a freaking what is it? Like I guess we'll call it the purge, right? Like the movie. There needs to be a purge of those agents because they shouldn't have been in the business anyway, and they're taking up space and they're hurting the industry. Now, the second piece of why I had you write down July is because July the 31st, write down July the 31st, is when the Fed is meeting, and up until yesterday, there was a 70% chance they were cutting rates. That's what the Fed futures were pricing. 70% chance of them cutting rates. Well, has that shifted? Yeah, in the short term, it has shifted a little bit, but we're still at a 50-50 opportunity, that the Fed will cut rates in July. Okay, July the 31st. Now, by the way, all of you guys saw what happened yesterday with rates, right? Okay, you saw what happened in terms of the CPI index, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well too. But I think you're going to see rates pop up, come back down, because yesterday was a big reflex kick that should not have happened. It should not have happened like that based upon a 0.1% difference in the CPI reading. Okay. So, but July 31st, Fed meets 50-50 chance of a rate cut. 20 to 30% of the agents don't know how to navigate or more. What does that look like? It looks like a shit ton of opportunity, doesn't it, guys? Right? Fewer agents, rates come down a little bit. All of a sudden now you got more buyers in the market and more activity. What is that? For the agents that know how to navigate this, it's 100% the opportunity of a freaking lifetime. Listen to what I just said. It is the opportunity of a lifetime. And that for me, Krista, is the number one piece of mindset that you've got to look at is this is an opportunity that you will never see again in the same way. God bless COVID and everything that happened in COVID. We'll never see an experience of COVID again. You'll never see this experience of the purge of agents and also the influx of buyers happening at the exact same time. Get ready. Here's what I'm telling everyone. This summer, don't take a vacation. Take 2 or 3 days off here and there, but do not take a vacation. Work all the way through. Take advantage of this. If we have any surfers or any skiers, listen, when it's a powder day, you ski your face off. When it's big surf, you don't get your ass out of the water. When this is going on, you paddle as hard as you can, you prospect as much as you can, and you don't take vacation. You take your vacation in October, my friends, because that's the month before the election, and real estate always slows down the 30 days prior to the election. That's what I'm telling everyone that I coach. Does that make sense, guys? So your attitude that you have about this change will impact the way that you approach what I'm going to talk to you about next. Can you all see this insane opportunity that's going to be ahead of us over the course of the next 6 to 12 months? Yes or no? Everyone just say this. Thank you, real estate Jesus, right? So, because it is a really wonderful time. Now, mindset. Tom named this mindset about the NAR change. Well, obviously, we're talking a little bit about that. But see, and I jokingly was talking to Tom and talking to Claire and a couple of the people that were on the call earlier this morning before everyone else got on. We think of mindset. And when we think of mindset, we think of affirmations, reading, journaling, visualizing, all those wonderful things that are valuable and also necessary in terms of being able to actually, maintain a great mindset. But let's look at one of the greatest athletes of all time. I was watching him last night, and I was watching this YouTube on Michael Jordan and his trash talking. Can we agree, MJ, one of the greatest athletes of all time, Michael Jordan, yes or no? Hands down, right? Is it safe to say that he, much like my man Kobe Bryant right there, had one of the greatest mindsets in sports that we've ever seen? Yes, the Mamba, right? I don't know about you guys. Does anyone have an addiction in their life? A positive addiction, like something that they love? For me, it's Air Jordans and tennis shoes. I just bought some new, I started buying them for my son. Now I've got 42 Jordans in my closet. I'm actually having to have a new closet shelf built for all my additional shoes. Anyway, Jordan and Bryant, just freaking brutal, man, in terms of their mindset. Why? Is it because they did affirmations? Is it because they visualized? Is it because they wrote their gratitudes? Was it because no, all that's important. But here's what it was. And I want you guys to write this down. Your level of preparation will determine the level of mindset that you operate inside of, period. The level of preparation that you have in anything will determine the degree of preparation will determine the level of your mindset. I've never said that before, Tom, and I appreciate you putting this call together because it made me start to think about things a little bit differently. See, because you could do all the visualization, all the meditation, you could do all the affirmations. I am a great agent. I control the NAR. I know how I control my mindset in NAR. I know, and you will still go broke. They will repossess your couch out from underneath you as you're doing your affirmations and your visualizations. But see, if you get prepared, and when I say preparation, here's what I want you to understand. Preparation in this situation is, do you know what to say? Write these three things down. Number one, do I have where is my level of knowledge about the market, about the changes? You guys like my PowerPoint this morning? Isn't this pretty?
Hey, you have co-hosts, so you can do.
I know this. I like doing this. I feel like the dude from NXS with his things. I'm also dating myself right there from a music video. It's your level of knowledge, number one. Number two, it's your established DOS, which is called your degree of separation, your value proposition. And it's the level of communication, how well you can communicate all of that. My knowledge, my value prop or DOS, and can I get people to buy into it? Okay. See, it is going to be the educated agent, not just educated on the NAR DOJ changes, but also if I'm going to choose someone, and by the way, everything that I'm hearing right now, Tom, says that we're defaulting over to a 60-day contract is what this is going to be, okay? Default 60-day contract. That means that someone's going to be choosing you to be able to work with them for 60 days. So why would you choose someone as a buyer's consultant, agent, to be able to actually work with you, okay? Why would you choose 60 days to say, yes, I'm good for you to be able to show me? Well, here's number one. I think you guys need to have an ability. Let's share screen. I'm not going to make it pretty. We're just going to use it functionality. Number one, you got to develop a skill of being able to control the narrative, Steve. There is a narrative out there right now, my friends, that 1 in 4 people have, which is the market is going to decline and prices are going to come down, period. The agents that I'm noticing right now who are winning, they have an ability, and I want you to look at this. Hold on, we'll just make this right here. We'll do a new screen share for you guys. And there we go. Now it's all nice and pretty. That narrative that the market's going to come backwards, listen, if you show a high level of knowledge about this national and your local real estate market, do you position yourself, Steve, more as an agent of choice? And the answer is 100%. See, my friends, you may want to write this down. Knowledge equals confidence and ignorance equals fear. Knowledge equals confidence and ignorance equals fear. Your knowledge of the local or the national market. Why do you need to know the national market? Well, you need to know the national market because that's the crap that everyone's watching on CNN and on Fox and on MSNBC and on CNBC and on YouTube. It's all national market statistics. So you've got to start with a knowledge base of the national market and be able to drill that down to a hyper-local expert, right? Where you're able to say, hey, guess what? Here's what's going on in our own market. Here's what's happening in the national, and let's talk local as well too. Now, first thing that you got to be able to actually dictate. Now watch. Your mindset is your preparation. Your preparation is your ability to be able to control the narrative both with yourself and your clients. If we know that 72%, take a look at this slide, guys, 72%, 0.1% of people are saying they are concerned about buying because of mortgage rates, then damn it, you better be able to talk intelligently about mortgage rates and what's taking place, okay? If you can't, then you're not going to be the agent of choice. I'm going to go with someone else. It's either going to cut their commission, right? Do this for a flat fee, right? The only reason I'm going to pay more is because I've got an expert on my hand. Does that make total sense, guys? And be very, very clear. Everyone look at me, all right? Be very clear. There's going to be a lot of agents who have no skill. They don't do what we're talking about right here. They're going to turn around. They're going to actually start doing flat fees. Hey, you know what? I'll open the door and write up the contract for you for $2,500. Mark my words. Those people are coming, right? And you see it anytime that there's a change. How do you offset that? Powerfully presenting your value proposition. Now, guys, I recommend this. I'm going to stop the screen share so I can see all of you. If you're going to be able to show your value by showing your knowledge, and does knowledge show value, guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
If I'm going in to buy a new Bentley, that's my favorite car. I've had 3 of them. I don't say that to brag. I say that because I'm a dumbass, right? Buying a depreciating asset, right? But I still love my car. I damn well expect the guy I'm buying the Bentley from to be a lot more educated about the Bentley than if I'm going in to buy a Honda. No offense to a Honda, right? Okay. So you are selling a Bentley. You are a Bentley. You are a Rolls Royce. Does that make sense? You're a high valued agent. You've got to be able to start by saying, here's what's happening in the market. Now, there's a couple of assets that I use in collateral that I recommend. Number 1, I recommend you use Housing Wire. If I'm coaching you every day for 10 to 15 minutes a day, I require my coaching clients to go in and to educate themselves on the national market. So here's the assets: Housing Wire, Mortgage News Daily, Altos Research. Write those 3 down: Housing Wire, Mortgage News Daily, and Altos Research. Last but not least, keeping current matters. For 10 to 15 minutes a day, you got to be able to educate yourself to control the narrative, be able to turn around to provide an alternative vantage point so that people feel comfortable to be able to move forward. That's number 1. See, you now stand out from the competition. Your authority score because you're talking about data over drama. Does that make sense, guys? That's number 1. Drive your knowledge base, educate yourself. That's a degree of separation. Number 2, write down for me this: buyer consult equals listing presentation. Period. Buyer consult equals listing presentation. Someone just put in the chat, what are those again? It is Housing Wire, Altos Research, and Mortgage News Daily. Those are my 3 go-tos, right? Logan Motoshami, Mike Simonson, intelligent owners, founders of those businesses, and also economic geniuses. Put yourself on their shoulders by listening to them, period. Okay. So listing presentation equals buyer consultation. What does that mean? It means when you go on a listing presentation, are you sending out a pre-listing package? I hope you are. Right? That says, here's who I am. Here's what I do. Here's what I do to sell homes. Here's my track record of success. Here's my marketing proposal. Right? Well, on a buyer consultation now, guess what? If we go buyer consultation equals listing presentation, same exact thing, because Viviana, what I'm asking them to do is sign a contract at the end to be able to have exclusivity. Oh, duh. It's the same damn thing we've been doing with listings for years, guys. Look at me. Stop freaking out. Stop being a bozo on this. All that we're doing is changing where the focus goes. Do you guys get that? Right? So all we have to do is change the approach because it's a little bit different outcome that we're looking for, just a tiny bit. So I'm going to send out on my buyer consultation, right? And I've got some examples of this that I'll send over to you, Tom, when they're all done, and you can send it out to everybody. If I'm going on a buyer consultation now, guess what I'm sending out? A pre-listing thing for the buyers. Yeah. Here's who I am. Here's my track record of success. Here's what my clients are saying about me, the testimonials. And oh, by the way, here's a big one. Here's my buyer plan of action. Everything that I do above and beyond what you think I do, which is open doors and write up contracts. Listen to what I just said, because it's going to become very important here in a couple of minutes, right? Your buyer consultation needs to centralize around showing what you do above and beyond just opening up doors, putting them on searches, and writing up contracts. Because now the auspice of the negotiation of the commission is on you to be able to actually make sure that they understand that you get paid 3%. And the only thing that's changed isn't that I get paid. The only thing that changes is how an agent gets paid. Listen to what I just said to you guys. It hasn't changed that you get paid. What has changed is the way that we get paid and the way that we negotiate. And when you're on a listing presentation, i.e. buyer consultation equals listing presentation. You guys still with me? Say yes, coach. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
If I don't present my marketing proposal on a listing presentation, invariably it ends up costing me commission, because I haven't built up my value. Does that make sense? If I don't show my track record of success that I've had in helping other sellers be able to actually sell for top dollar and flip that around and show how buyers I've negotiated off of top dollar for them putting more money in their pocket, I'm not going to be able to pull the 3% commission that I want. Okay. It comes down to that. So number one is, treat this like a listing presentation, develop. Now, guys, I'm going to send this over to Tom. See if I can grab this really quick. Tom, I'm going to send over to you, okay, my 6-step buyer process. Would you guys like that? Yes or no? Because we got limited time. I'm going to lay out the entire presentation. Now, by the way, I'm leading an event down in Orlando. When is it? May the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th at the JW Marriott. Would love for you guys to come. If you want to find out more about it, it's like I'm spending all of day number 2 on the buyer consultation. My events, guys, are not rah-rah events. They are down and dirty tactical, right? It is a boot camp of skills and scripts and dialogues. Many of you have been there. And I am spending all of day number 2 turning everyone that's in that room into damn warriors when it comes to their buyer consultation on everything that I'm talking about. I'd love to see you guys there if you're in and around Florida or if you need to fly in, okay? So, Tom, I'll send over to you this buyer process. However,
Hey, Bill, in the chat, can you put the link to your event?
I will do
We are
better.
we are pushing that out because we know the value of your delivery, and this is just an absolute investment in everyone's business, and you can't
How
go.
about this? I think this works. Hold on one second. Where did the Zoom go? There you guys are. Boom, share screen. I think this link actually works. Somebody check that and tell me. Can you see that?
Yep.
My team's going to kill me because that is
I know Amanda's on here as well, so she probably has it as well.
I think my team's going to kill me on this because that's $199 pricing versus $349. So because it's up there, I'll honor that, right? So it's $199 for you guys to attend.
Oh, fantastic.
For 3 days. That's like a no-brainer, right? So tell me if that works.
It is.
Okay, good. All right. Just for you guys. All right. Get your butts there, man. Like I've got a lot of stuff that's going on. 7 people that are going to be on stage that are all $1 million earners. Pudge Rodriguez is going to be there. But most importantly, man, I am crushing it with the scripts for you guys, right? And just taking you through and how to be able to navigate this. So here is, let me go here really quick as we begin to wind down. God, I knew this was going to go so fast today. All right. I put this together for you guys and for everyone that I coach. I'll send this over to you, T. This is 41 things an agent does to assist you. In the same way that we have a marketing proposal, Steve, that says, here are all the things I can do to market your house. I put this together as your 41-step buyer marketing proposal. Does that make sense, guys? Where you have all the things that we do. Hey, Claire, I can appreciate the fact that you just think that agents open doors and write up contracts. Okay. However, there's so much more than we do than the average agent does. Can I take you through that right now? And I start going through all these things. And they're like, okay, I get it, right? What am I doing? I'm building a value proposition that's ultimately around me that says, here is everything that we do, which justifies the commission that I'm going to ask for. By the way, also, I'll send this over to you, T. Remember, guys, the more skilled you are, and how do you become skilled? You become skilled by taking a play and running that play in practice over and over again. How did Michael Jordan become so great? It wasn't because he was born that way. And how did Kobe Bryant become so great? Serena Williams become so great? It wasn't that they played the game well. It's they out-practiced everybody else. Does that make sense, guys? They simply out-practiced, right? Kobe Bryant is infamous for his 3:30 a.m. workouts. Mamba, right? Why? Because he said, I want to get an extra year of practice extra 3 hours every single day. Okay. Right. If you want to get paid like a pro athlete, my buddy John Cheplak says this, you got to practice like one, period. So I'm giving you guys one more right here. Uno mas. We could go on for another 30 minutes, but I know you guys got to get to work and start to prospect, and I've got to get going here, but I got uno mas for you guys. Here are your plays. Run plays that work. These are the dialogues right here. Explaining the NAR change to buyers. Don't worry about taking a picture on this. You guys are going to get this. I'm sending it to Tom. Tom will send it out to everybody, right, T?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay,
Absolutely.
beautiful. Okay. By the way, you guys are the first public group that has gotten this, period. You're the first public group. This has been internal to my entire organization up until this call. So everyone thank Tom, thank Amanda, and the whole crew for making this happen. I put all of these objection handlers together, right? Does this mean I don't have to pay a commission, right? No, that's not it. This outlines how to pay the commission. I don't want to sign a buyer broker agreement. It says, hey, guess what? You don't have a choice in an elegant manner. And then right here, we will go directly to the listing agent and save money, okay? Right? So all of the fundamental objections that I've proposed and think are going to come up, I've given you the answers to that, and then you're over and over again in practice so that when you get it on the field, you're like the dude from the San Francisco or from the New England Patriots when the Seattle Seahawks decided instead of running it in with Marshawn Lynch, they're going to throw the ball and he gets an interception. He said, we ran that play over and over again. When they lined up, I knew what had taken place, period. Okay. Make
Unbelievable.
sense? So 30 minutes comes and goes really fast, and I've already eaten 4 minutes into your additional time of the day. I will send all of these copies over to Tom, and Tom will get them to you. My friends, May 6th, 7th, and the 8th, there is no better place to be than a freaking spring training, a boot camp on your skills to be able to be prepared to navigate this powerfully. It's one thing to have the information, it's another thing to execute on it. And that's what the 3 days is all about, Tom. You know that. It's all about an execution. I teach you what to say. I teach you the strategy that goes along with it with marketing for every aspect of your business, right? I bring people on stage that are crushing it in conversion, presentation, etc., like Amanda, right? Heard that's on this call. And then you practice it in that room. And then you go out and you use it that night. That's why most people walk out of that event, out of Sales Power, with 3 to 4 appointments set, guys. So get your butts there. Shh, on the $199. My team is going to kill me because they told me don't sell it at $199 anymore. But that's the link that I have, and that's the link that you guys got. So, and Tom, I'll send that out to you as well too. If you guys need anything, let me know.
I appreciate you, and we're going to push that link out today to everyone that was on this call for $199 for 3 days. Incredible opportunity and incredible value. Thank you, Coach Pipes. We appreciate it. We're going to stick on the call and do some Q&A.
You guys stick on the call. I got to go do my jam. Remember, guys, when you get off this call, your number one job is not to educate yourself. Your number one job is to get your ass on the phone and prospect. So, but when you are educated and you're prospecting, so just do me a favor, right? Give me a big smile and say, Coach, I love to prospect, and I promise you I'll do it today on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yo, Coach, I love to prospect, and I promise you I'll do it today. Thanks, guys. Have a kick-ass day. Thank you, Tom, for the opportunity. Take care. Hope to see you guys in May. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, guys, I just want to, I couldn't write enough. I'm going to have to go back and re-listen to this. I'm blown away. Knowledge equals courage. Ignorance equals fear. Holy cow. A listing presentation with a buyer's presentation also. Holy smokes. You are a high mind agent. Be a Bentley. Data over drama. Guys, come on, give me your ahas. I know a ton of you that are in coaching. I know a ton of you that would love to be in coaching. And I know a ton of you that would love to go to a training, but finances are very limited. For $199, 3 days in Orlando, if you're local, holy cow, commute. You cannot go wrong. By the way, I looked up the regular site. It's $349. Amanda, are you on this call?
I am. Yes, I'm here.
Amanda, you're a coach with Bill Pipes, correct?
Yes.
And I don't know if he did a slip up putting that up for $199 or what, but it sounded to me like he's like, uh-oh.
$249 last I heard, but you know what? Go today. Click on the link. Don't even question it.
Unbelievable. I know Ariel Vargas is already committed to going. And he's probably going, I didn't get it for $199. Holy cow, I'm going to cancel my registration and re-register.
That is exactly what happened.
Yeah, I do think that might have been a little oops. But no, guys, honestly, like in person, Bill's amazing energy on a call like this, but in person, it is just, it's something you've never experienced before, and you will leave there moved with takeaways. And if you're a woman, we have I had the woman's kind of G3 group. We're having a special breakfast, and we're going to have some side events too. So definitely for $199, you guys would get so much incredible value, and the agenda is going to be amazing. We're also having hopefully an executive from EXP. I think he talked about that a little bit maybe. And LPT owner Robert Palmer, we're going to have him on a panel. So that should be very interesting.
Awesome. Awesome. Guys, and Amanda, thank you for the relationship you have with us and Bill, because I know that you were a big influence of us being able to get him on this call today. Those of you who
Absolutely.
just don't understand the true value, Bill's time when he's coaching is very it's, I wouldn't say expensive, it's a huge investment for people, and he did this for us for the big bubble. So definitely do yourself a favor. This is not a infomercial for you to join, go for $199, but how important would it be for you to be so prepared and have the data over drama, and also be knowledge based, to have the courage to go through perfect storm. By the way, I remember the perfect storm. I remember that incident because it was off the coast of Boston, and those fishermen were in the Bay of Boston. So Aha's comments. What did you learn? What were the highlights of the call for you? Come on, share. Let's all share. We got 55 people still on the call, and we got another 20 minutes. And let's go ahead and do that, because your thoughts, your comments are also going to help others.
Bill always brings the energy, Tom, doesn't he? I tell you, man, it's fire. So
yes.
You know what's something I took out of that is, obviously we send out a pre-listing pack. Higher end listings will have it where they have to sign to receive it. But I love the fact of doing that on the buy side. You know what I mean? Putting together something that you can articulate your values, send it to buyers prior to the appointment, and just edifying in their minds that, yeah, we do more than just open a bloody door. So that's something we're going to be putting together now and getting into action with, and something we're going to be utilizing. So I thought that was awesome.
Unbelievable. Yeah, you know what?
Yep.
You go on a listing appointment, bring a buyer's presentation also, because you want them to buy from you, right? That is absolutely fantastic. Or you prepare them if it's going to be a referral out of state. Hey, you will be having to do a buyer presentation with the agent that we refer you to, and here's an outline. Each state is different. Thank you for your feedback, Steve. Lori, I see you just like very intensely looking in the camera. What did you get out of that call? Yes, I'm calling you out. Go ahead and yell at me if you want to. That's okay. I'm far enough from you that I can't.
Is that Robles? Is that Robles? Lori
Yes,
Robles?
Yes,
Get her, Tom.
That
Hello?
pig I just joined late, so I'm catching the end of this.
You got to go
Okay.
back and watch the recording.
Go back.
The community. Yeah.
But I mean, the guy, I want to do this weekend, so whatever that is, I want to sign up.
Okay, so it's May 7th, May 6th and 7th, May 6th, 7th, and 8th. Steve, if you can send your group out that QR code and let them know they better do it quickly before he takes it down.
Where is the QR code, Tom?
It's on the screen. It's on the recording.
Okay.
I'll
All right,
send it
Lori,
to-
grab
I'm
my
gonna-
ticket too. I appreciate it, Lori. Thank you.
I'm going to send it to you right now. Okay. All right. Krista, Ariel, what was something that you got out of today's call that you would love to share with us?
Educated and skilled agents will survive the perfect storm.
I freaking love that.
Yeah, that was my first note from the whole thing, and I absolutely loved it. I just sent it to my whole group on the chat. I took a lot of notes. Agents must be more educated than their clients. Educate rather than sell. Preparation equals mindset. Ignorance equals fear, right? So I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It gave me a lot of ideas as to what I'm going to do moving forward with buyer presentations, actually. So I can't wait for May 6th through the 8th. Can't believe I paid $299 and all of you guys are paying less. But that's okay.
Hey,
But-
I put the link inside the chat, so you guys have that in the chat. So yeah, so see that, I think he messed up in there. So anyway, unbelievable. All right. The Big Short, Margin Call, Too Big to Fail. Great movies. Yeah. Thanks, Sam Roya. Sam's an awesome lender, friend of ours, as well, and veteran. So thanks for getting on the call today. He's completely learning based as well. Krista.
Hi, everybody. I'm gonna walk through, so can't talk too long. What was the question, Tom?
What was a big aha for you out of today's call?
I mean, just everything. I love Bill. I follow him. And I was gonna say I follow him on Instagram and I comment on his things and he always comments back. I don't know how he does it because he has thousands of followers, but I think, just his whole energy and the mindset and yes, I love that he said we could have the mindset, but all the noise can get into our head and then we're taken back to that negative thing so we have to be careful with what we put in our mind. And I'm going to start doing the 15 minutes that he said, what he does for his team and who he coaches, to be knowledgeable and be able to impart that knowledge to our clients who have a lot of information, but they may not have the knowledge.
Correct. Yeah. Love it.
Okay. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you. Anyone else? Come on. Your time. Lots of people love to talk here.
Tom, just if you can, sorry to reiterate, but as soon as Bill sends you those lists, you'll get them out, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. What I'm going to do is I'll email them to everyone that was what I'm going to do is put it on the GPS where this was recorded, and I'll put all those files in there to the on the GPS Global Partners Facebook page. You can shoot me an email, tom@martinmartinhomes.com, and as soon as I get them, I'll be forwarding them off to you.
Great call, Tom. Thanks for setting it up, man.
Oh,
Good
man,
stuff.
thank you guys for being here. I'm so grateful that you guys did show up and you got some huge value. So
there was a question in the chat, Tom. Okay, where did Coach Pipes send the scripts? He sent them to Tom Martin and he'll send them out to us because that's part of the package that he's sending to Tom.
correct. Yeah, he'll send me the package of everything. I'm probably going to have to send his assistant an email so he doesn't get scrambled because I don't see it in my email box yet. So I'll get with his assistant. So. All right.
And filling out the registration that you sent to us, Tom, to go to the event, it is $299.
Oh, it is $299. I
Yeah.
thought he was saying $199. So he probably wasn't even.
No, it's $299. What he probably meant to say is it was $150 off with that code. So it's $299. It's all good. It's still a benefit, right?
Heck yeah.
$349 to $299. Thank you.
Yeah, Mia, it is going to be, hold on a second. Let's see what she said. When you pay, you need to put the discount code in. So it is, I believe she says it is $199 and asks for a code. Mia, what is there a code that was on that slide? Or
Yes, it was send it to the chat and I just,
okay, so it is $199 if you have the code.
yes.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Holy cow. Thank you. All right. So I'll make sure I get that code in there, and whoever goes back and reviews this recording, you'll be able to see that as well. Thank you for doing that. So there you go, Claire.
I just canceled. Didn't wait for me.
Hey, $100, $100.
I'm just saying, I thought it was a benefit just to get $150 off. Thank you.
There we go. There we go. All right. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to share? If not, I'm going to jump off too and get my day started. So I appreciate you guys here. I hope you got a ton of golden nuggets. And remember, our calls are every day at 8:30 a.m. You are going to get some golden nuggets. I highly recommend you get on these calls, invite some of the agents, invite your other agents, fellow agents with EXP. There's nothing but golden nuggets on every single morning from 8:30 to 9:30. Can you make everyone? Maybe not. Can you just pop in? Yes. Please get on these calls, get these golden nuggets. And I wish nothing but huge success for every single one of you. Have an amazing day. All right. Is there any more chats in there? Send the code. Okay. Yep. He put the code in there. So thank you. All right. If you guys want to stay on the call, you're welcome to kind of collaborate and chat. Someone does have a host there. I think if she's going to stay on or not.
You have host.
No, you do.
I have co-host.
No, you have host. You just haven't seen it yet.
Now I have host.
All right. I have to go. But if you guys want to stay on and Clay, Mama Clay, you want to stay on with them?
I'll stay on for a moment.
Okay. Guys, have an amazing day.
Oh my goodness, y'all, that was unbelievable. How many of y'all have ever been in the room with Coach Pipes? So it's one of those things that we like to do. Y'all make it a great day. Any other questions? Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for investing in your businesses. And we will see y'all in the morning at 8:30. Absolutely, Al. Make it a great one, my friend. See ya.